I'm Jim Check. You're watching Kelowna Now. I have with me Harpreet Badohal and Jade, his wife. And Harpreet ran in the NDP election. And also we're here to talk we'll start off with Dhaliwal. Did I say
Diwali.
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 Oh, there you go. Maybe give us a little rundown on explain Diwali to us.
Sure. I mean, it's already on.
Yeah, it's already on. We're running.
It's because you said to him and
Oh,
I
yeah,
started
that's
talking,
okay.
so
Yeah,
that's okay.
no, it's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
So, Jim, Sikhism, as you might know, is a very young religion. It was founded just 555 years ago by Guru Nanak, first Guru of Sikhs. We have 10 Sikh Gurus, and now we worship the Holy Book that we consider as a living Guru because it has crux from all the teachings of all the 10 Gurus and like-minded saints, and we bow our head in front of Holy Book. Um, at this occasion, Bandi Shor Divas, that's the name actually. That means in English Liberation Day, you can say. It commemorates the release of sixth Sikh Guru, Guru Hargobind, from the prison at that time. Sixth Guru, he was a political prisoner made by the then Mughal Emperor Jahangir. Because at that time Sikhism was considered a threat to the Mughal Empire, but then they realized their mistake that these are not a threat to their power. These are just these people just believe in God, but in a different religion. So they thought, the authorities at the time, they thought to release the Guru. But the Guru put a condition that other 52 Hindu kings who were also imprisoned, they were also like political prisoners at the time, they also have to be released. And the authorities said, okay, if they can hold on to you, they will be released. So he got a custom made robe which has 52 tassels. So every one of the Hindu kings, they hold on to one of the tassels and they all got released. It was a celebration to commemorate that occasion, win of good over evil. And that's why like people celebrated by lighting candles, lighting clay lamps. So from that day on is celebrated, and this happened in around 1611, 1612. So yeah, that's
So
how it's
that's a
celebrated. Yeah,
Sikh significance of Diwali,
yeah.
and we celebrate it as the Bandi Chhod Divas as well.
And Hindus celebrate it as Diwali because their Lord Ram was who was exiled for 12 years. He came back to his empire on this day. So yeah, that's why
That's
Hindus
the
and
significance.
Sikhs both celebrate this day. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
And colorful
Oh yes.
outfits
Yeah,
or
yeah.
garb
Yes,
customary.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
very beautiful actually.
we like to, yeah,
We like to dress
celebrate,
up
dress up, and
in
go
Yeah.
to Gurdwara, mingle with the friends, and eat lots of good food.
Yeah, I heard that. Maxine DeHart was just in just a few minutes ago, and she said there's tons of great desserts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
no, I just also want to take this opportunity to kind of congratulate uh, all the community that celebrates Diwali, and also to the larger community, like make a wish that may your homes be filled with the light of health and happiness for this new year on this occasion of Diwali and your loved ones as well.
Yeah, I noticed that when we had our interview, the election interview, that you had a lot more positive outlook than most people. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of times, like politicians seem to like lean into like more hateful rhetoric, and yours wasn't like that.
No, no, never, never.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I believe in. You know, if you asked me, I remember you asked me about that why you are entering politics, and
Yeah.
I told you that it is the seva, the self-help service. So when you have that intention, then there is no room for any
Yeah.
negativity.
No, it was a different interview for sure. It was
Yeah, yeah.
as you know, as opposed to like why the opponent is bad. It was more about how we can have a better tomorrow.
Yes.
And I'm a big believer in a better tomorrow, right?
Oh yes,
And
yes.
I think we should all work towards a better tomorrow.
And that's what the democracy is basically. You know, I think that's what the whole election process is. It goes beyond winning elections and losing, but working more for the electorate.
And it's a small world. I've been seeing Jade as my hygienist for what 4 or 5 years now, something like that. And then through her, I learned about you, right? So it was
Yes.
interesting, right, when the election showed up. So we're all connected in some weird world, right? So
Oh yeah,
it's always good to be good to other people.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, this day also, Jim reminds us. That's a whole idea. That my purpose today also is here to invite the whole community to come to our two Sikh temples, which we call as a Gurudwara. That's a better term for the residents who come over. Enjoy the fun and frolic in the evenings today, tomorrow, on the weekend, and be part of the congregation.
What time is that at? What time?
Anytime.
Evening.
Anytime?
Anytime. So,
Anytime.
yeah, so the things are
So
happening.
it's kind of ongoing, kind
Yes.
of all day long.
Yes.
There
Yes,
you
the
go.
food is ready and everything. That
All
is
the time, yeah.
Yeah, that's the beauty you will find.
It's a good for a way to people to experience a different cultural
Yes,
food,
exactly.
right? So,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes. It is
And no matter what color, culture, creed, God you believe in,
Yeah.
so doors are open for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, and you get to experience some very tasty food.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially on the occasion of Diwali, you will see that there are some special preparations. And honestly, if you want to come over and join in the kitchen and help and see how that food is cooked, you're most welcome. So, Sikh Gurudwaras, you will see that they're open to everybody.
So show up with an open mind,
Yes.
an empty stomach,
Yes.
Yes.
and willing hands.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the best.
I think
part.
that's what everybody should show up as every day. right?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
You did quite well in the election, though. I mean, typically strong conservative ridings here, and Loyal did extremely well. He came within like 13 votes, right? So, and the party did win a majority. Although I think there's a strong message to David Eby that he needs to listen to the whole of British Columbia as opposed to just certain areas of British Columbia. And so I think, and he's already said that message, that he needs to listen more to the interior of BC and stuff like that. So it would have been good to have some representation in the interior, because I think that's the thing that we've been lacking lots of times, where, like the interior doesn't have representation in a sitting government. They do have representation, obviously, in the legislature, but we don't have, Vernon has an NDP member, but, like the Okanagan lacks that right now, but, or the Central Okanagan. Yeah. So both of you came very close, as did Anna Warwick Sears, right? So, any future plans?
No, about this election also, you're right. I will again underline that it is very important to have that the diversification in political representation for any area, not just interiors, but for everywhere else. We could not achieve it this time. We came very close, and I'm so thankful to Kelowna-Mission riding, people in Kelowna-Mission riding who trusted me with their votes, and I received a good number of votes. It would have been nice to have our representatives, and unfortunately, Loyal came too close. But he could not cross that number line to become a
That's
representative.
very, very close for an NDP candidate in the Central
Yes.
Okanagan. It's very, very close.
Very
and
close.
I think there's still a recount that's to be
Yes.
done, but I'm pretty sure it's going to stay where it is. But is there a political future for you, like in the next time, or is there municipal politics or maybe federal politics? Is there more in line for you?
Oh yes, this was my first attempt. Like I entered into politics, and the type of feedback I have from the residents, I think I will continue this participation. Let's see what opportunity comes up next. But for now, I have joined my job back, and I will continue work that. And there are a few more things I would be participating. You see, during the campaign, I came across a gentleman who told me about their initiative that they work about spreading awareness about domestic abuse and about preventing suicide. And they have actually invited me to be a part of their initiatives. And there are so many new things I learned during my campaign. And I do intend to be a part of those initiatives, yeah.
And obviously, when you run an election, it takes a whole family. And then it must have been stressful for you as well.
Stressful, and it was a new experience also, and it was a wonderful experience. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because you have a family, you have young children as well.
Yeah, we have
Well,
two
younger,
kids.
older
Yes,
children.
yeah. Daughter is 20 and the son is 13.
So you had your daughter when you were 21.
Well, really, we wish that because we were together when we were 21.
Yeah.
So I really wish that we had our daughter kids at the time, but
Yeah.
we are late of it, you know.
You guys look very young, so lots of plans to stay in the Okanagan. I take it then.
Yes.
You've got a business here.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah. We are.
Yes.
I'm here.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are here in Kelowna, so Kelowna is home now,
Mhm.
and it's beautiful. Even my daughter now, she's at UBC in Vancouver, which I think after completing her studies, she would be planning to come back to.
I mean, it's
Kelowna.
beautiful when you look out the window. I mean,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like paradise,
Yes.
right? Like
Oh,
it is,
yes.
it is
Yeah.
very beautiful. And obviously, it's not perfect. No place is perfect, right? But that's why we keep working at it, right?
No, it absolutely, and that's what the intent was. When I started and with being a candidate for NDP in this area, and I wanted to make a change, and I think there will be more opportunities. It's
For sure, there is
yeah,
always
there's more
if you
opportunities about
if
that.
you're willing, there's always opportunity, right? There's a municipal election that's coming up in a couple of years as well, and then there's obviously a federal election probably. I would say, from what I talked to a pollster today, that they're thinking there's a spring election coming. So,
Could be, yeah.
so the furthest away it's fall, right? So
Mhm.
it looks like it might be spring. So it won't be in the summer. They typically don't have elections in the summer, so it'll either spring or fall.
And I'm also looking forward to see, just like you said, our Premier David Eby, he has spoken about administrating the whole of the province, not the whole part. See what kind of policy changes are coming,
Yeah.
what type of new initiatives are coming.
I really hope that that it has opened his mind to considering the whole of British Columbia as opposed to just like because the electorate really that gets elected him is in the interior. I mean the Lower Mainland because there's so many seats there, right? So and then lots of times like the rural areas don't get as much attention for sure, right? So but they do have a very tight government. So I think, like in most British Columbians are kind of in the middle anyway, right? They're not either far left or far right. They're mostly in the middle, right? So most people just want to put food on the table and gas in the car and stuff like that, right? So
Yeah, those are the main things.
family issues,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
When Premier Eby said that we need to do better, and it means that they're recognizing it. That all
Yeah.
those initiatives they started, they somehow could not be recognized. There could be different reasons. There could be that we had a large influx of population, and it was a post-COVID period,
Yeah.
and the developments they did, they could not be highlighted for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. There could be many other reasons.
Yeah, I know that sometimes a lot of the stuff, when I interviewed the premier, he said the immigration policy, like he said, the federal government is daft in their, and they're, it's just that we can't, because we have, shortage of healthcare and a shortage of housing, and if we continue to take in more people than we can even take care of at the current moment, then it really makes it hard for everybody, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
just like in your house, right? I mean, you could probably have 12 guests, but then if all of a sudden you have 20 guests, things get a little unruly, right? Do you know what I mean? So there's a breaking point, right, for everything.
We had a shortage of professionals, healthcare professionals, which government took measures to fill in, and but those measures were probably not sufficient. Need to more effort in that direction. Yeah.
Healthcare is one of the biggest
One of the biggest
concerns
one,
for
yeah,
sure,
concerns
for people not having access to a family doctor and different things. We won't get too political today for sure though, but again, for people, if you want to experience it, where do they find that you said there's two temples?
Yeah, there are two temples in Kelowna. One is on
One
the
in Rutland,
Rutland
right?
Road North,
Yeah.
and one is on the Davie Street.
Yeah.
So this is an open invitation to everybody that please join the Sikh community and come to the Sikh temples in the evening and enjoy good food and fun frolic with the community over there. And for next 2 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you will see a lot of fun and activity
Yeah.
over there. Yeah.
And again, open mind, empty stomach, and
Yes.
willing hands.
Absolutely.
There you go. Anything else you want to add today?
No, I really want to thank you, Jim, for this opportunity and the opportunity before to have this interview and express the opinions, the party which I represented at the time, and what we are trying to do. So it is a great experience I had here in interviewing with you.
I think
Thank you very much.
KelownaNow, like the whole of KelownaNow, did a really good job in covering the provincial election.
Yes.
I think we did, we tried to interview as many candidates, give everybody the same access, and some didn't take us up on it. Some we're still trying to get an interview with some of them, but it's a government needs to be held accountable for sure, and the only way to held accountable is for the media to be able to do its job as well.
Yes.
Yes, no, I agree with that.
And the media needs to do a good job.
Yeah.
And I'd say the media needs to do a better job, and I'm part of that. So, and we will continue to work at doing a better job every day.
Great. That's good to hear. Thank you.
And we thank you for watching Kelowna Now.
We don't just report the news, we live here too. We're your neighbors, bringing you stories that matter to all of us. No government funding, no outside influence. Kelowna Now, local, independent. News you can trust.